Today on A Commonly Good MTG, it's top 5 win rate decks for November of 2024. Yeah, what we're going to be doing is taking a look at the top decks in standard meta right at this moment, within the last, 7 days or so, to find out which decks have the highest win rates in standard. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to A Commonly Good MTG. I'm your host. Next in line to the emperorship of San Francisco, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I bring it to you the top 5 win rate decks in November 2024. What does that mean today? The deal is, like always, I go out to Untap.gg. I take a look at the tier list for Constructed, tune it all in for the best decks by win rate in Standard, best of one for the last 7 days. So that gets us into, not what's been great for the last, 3 months, not what's been great for the last 6 months, literally the last week. So it helps to create some variation from month to month. That was some problems. I used to do wider metas there, and it was just pretty much the same mono white crap from month to month to month. Now we actually get variation, and that is fantastic. Where do I get this from? Like I said, I get it from Untap.gg. The link to where I source this from is available in the description below in case you were interested to look yourself. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to count down for the top 5 decks from 5 to 1. And that way the decks will get awesomer and awesomer the more we go on. Let me warn you, if you are not somebody that enjoys mono red, this may not be the month for you. All right, so here we go. Let's see who number 5 is. All right, playing against Somebody Awesome 24. Somebody Awesome. 1, 2, 3. Let's do some hand hate, keep, and then we'll some control. Let's group them up a little bit better here. 1, 2. Shut him down. That little amount there, he's not going to like what I got going on here. I can tell you that. Nothing. I'm sure that made you feel good. Yeah, these guys are the guys we got to worry about. It costs like 5 to play full bore. Yeah, whatever, man. That's fine. All right, we'll just kill that guy. You just got to land it there, so we're not worried about it. Those little 1/1s, I am not. I mean, they're life gainers. We might want to kill them, I suspect. I just keep thinking to put something bigger and better out. All right, well, it's going to bat him. Yoink. We got single mana. We can put it on Unholy. I'm not sure if we really want to do that, though. And we'll start losing life. We don't have any demons to worry about here. There's a nice demon. We need some mana. Let's do it. There we go. Now we get Bloodletter. What does that thing cost? It's more than 3. Let's start off with a little kill in there. Cool. All right, we got some nice guys. We're out of super kill though. That's the problem. All right, if we want to go for the super kill, then what do we got to do here? Well, let's just Archfiend to the Dross. That'll be okay. Let's go after his hand. Non-creature, that's just a land. All right. Ooh, Liliana. Oh, he had nothing but lands there. Good for us. He's still spanking us. Not in a great way. Giving up a little boy. Yep. That's the guy. That's the guy that's going to sacrifice stuff. Perfect. All right, look at that. He's down to 5. And 3. He's gone down quickly. He's just got lands. We got this thing toasted now at this point. Good game. And here we go. All right, Mono-Black Midrange. There you go, baby. Victory! All right, here we are with the 5th highest win rate right now, which is Mono-Black Midrange. Mono-Black is always teetering on. It's never a bad deck. Mono-Black Midrange at that is always a great deck. No matter what meta you're in, it's always really good. The only thing that's bad about it is that it's boring because it's the same stupid cards you play again and again and again. This one focuses a little bit more on demons just because we're using the Unholy Annex. I always want to pronounce it wrong. And it's a weird collection of... I guess there's a lot of good control in there. There's a lot of control when you look at it. So altogether, we got a combo in there too. It's an interesting mix, but it's stuff that we've seen before. So yeah, it's a great deck. If you've never played it before and you want to play something really good, this is the way to go. This is an incredibly good deck. Thing is there's a lot of, rares and mythic rares in here. It's going to be a lot to build if you don't have the cards for it already. All the stuff on the 2 and the 1 list are all uncommons. Maybe I'd say uncommons, but I'm not sure I've seen any commons there. I think they're all uncommons. That one's there you go. There's a common right there. So yeah, if you're looking to build a deck and you haven't built one yet, you haven't built something like this, this deck is fantastic. And you can go a long way with this deck, and it's always good. And it's one of I love black, and maybe I played this a bunch. It's just that I'm trying to focus on playing something new and interesting every day. And unfortunately, this deck is recycled as cardboard. Or as the cardboard it's printed on. There you go. All right, so there you go. Number 5 for November. It's Mono-Black Midrange. All right, playing against NotoriousBo. Notorious. Keep. We got 1 creature. How crazy. If we lose this guy in this turn, that would be extraordinarily bad for us. Pumped! Alright, we gotta keep this guy alive with the Shield Maid's Rescue. Other than that, it's pretty much just dumping on this guy. We need another white, though, to really make this thing work. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to protect them. Pump, and we win in your face, Davy Jones. Victory! All right, so here we are with Boros Auras. As you can see, this deck can go off so quick. What are people going to do about it? I mean, we got our little dude here that gets a little bit bigger. If he dies, he deals his damage anyway. You got the Manifold Mouse that gives him double strike. He already has something on him, maybe putting something else on him. He just starts ballooning like crazy. Even if he were to die, he'd still do all of his damage. I mean, he wouldn't get the double strike of benefit out of it, but still, you would still get, you know, 1, 2, and then if he died, maybe a third. I don't know. It's just a lot. The most interesting card in here to me is Atali's Favor, just because it's red and an enchantment. But what's cool is the fact that it discovers 3. Plus, it gives your guy +1/+1 in trample. It gives him a popo and a trample there. So I really like the Discover. That's one thing I ended up really liking out of the Ixalan set was Discover. We don't play that as often as we could. Discover was fantastic. Look, I mean, you can play everything in this deck from Discover 3. You just get whatever you're getting there. It's going to be a creature or an enchantment, but that's all good with this deck. I'd say the one thing you got to watch out for this is running out of creatures. I mean, there's a bunch of creatures in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 4, that's it. I mean, it's still 4 is pretty decent. But if you end up running out of creatures and you just have nothing but enchantments in your hand, what are you going to do? I mean, that's where it sucks. If you play against this deck, that's exactly. You just got to keep nailing their creatures till they run out of stuff to levy everything else on. All right, so there you go. Boros Aggro, or Boros Auras, number 4 for November. All right, playing against Nannan. Nannan. 2 mana. All right, keep. It's funny, this is a Rakdos deck, yet there's 0 black in here at all. This is really just mono red. All right, we're good to go. Let's rage in. All right, let's do that. Because I can destroy a target artifact that player controls. That sounds fantastic. All right, so we pull a 3rd man on this next turn. That'll be great. We got the 3rd mana. All right, Urbaz Forge. And the 2 of you go in. Do it. You're not gonna sacrifice it just to a Forgeling, are you? All right. Oh, we lost that. That's not cool. We're gonna have to do a lot here. Heavy lifting. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We could play with a lot of stuff here. And we win. There you go. Victory. All right, so we are with number 3 for this month, which is Rakdos Aggro. And this one has given up on the idea that this is really a Rakdos deck. We have 0 black mana in here at all. Absolutely none. There is no way that we could do this unless we pick up some treasure from someplace. And I don't think that's the case. I don't think we have anything that generates treasure. Yeah, it doesn't look like it to me. So we got no treasure generators. We're not playing this for the human soldier. He's just the burn together. That's it. So this is really just mono red aggro, which is crazy because there are other mono red aggro decks on this list. Yeah, this is the one that everybody seems to love and everybody's doing so well with right now. What I like about it, it's got Urbrass Forge. Oh man, Urbrass Forge is probably my favorite card. I love anything that can have it in it. I usually prefer to play it with other decks other than this one. This one is super aggressive, and look at how cheap everything is. One. You know, everything is 1 mana. This is just so aggro, so hasty, so prowessy. It's just incredibly sweet if you are a aggro player like I am. So I got to say, this is probably the first time in the kind of a couple years that I've been doing this that mono red has been so represented in the top 5 win rate decks. But this is it. This is the month, man. And I know a lot of people are just going to be like, ugh, how disgusting, mono red. But remember, for every person that says that, there's another person that's like, oh yeah, this is the where it's at. These are the decks that should be at the top. Well, anyways, number 3 is Rakdos, really mono red, aggro. And we're playing against Ma. Keep. All right, we got to play this thing early and fast, so that's what we'll do. Demonic Ruckus. Sure, let's go ahead and plot that thing up. Ooh, one I don't like is we only have 1 guy, and if he shoots it, we're going to be out of the options then. We got no protection so far, but we're going to play it. Don't kill him. All right. Apparently, I didn't have the opportunity to, because he had no blockers, for me to do something at block time. Suck it. That's Monstrous Rage. Well, we got the opportunity, right? And we win! Ha! Victory! All right, so here we are with number 2 on the best win rates for November. And it's Mardu Aggro. And you know what this deck is? This is like number 3 deck, which was what? Rakdos Aggro, smushed together with number 4 deck, which was Boros Auras. You take both those decks, you smash them together, you get this deck. It's 100% just that. You got the white enchantments that work so well with your Borosy dudes. You got your red instants that work so well with your Borosy dudes, your red dudes there. And yeah, you got your Callous Sell-Sword, which really you're just using it for burn together. Like, do we even have black mana in here? Not in the least. So much like calling this, like the last deck, Rakdos, which was completely stupid. This is not Mardu Aggro. This is Boros Aggro again. And it's just Boros Auras with the instants to really just kind of make it, to spice it up. Is it worth it? I mean, these instants are usually really darn good. They just don't have flash generally. This one does, right? But the other ones don't. And so that's what's great about these guys, is their ability to flash them out. Once again, incredibly cheap. Incredibly cheap. You know, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This one does have a lot of things that cost more than the last deck did. Still 2 mana. I mean, big effing deal, right? But yeah, I guess this one's got the intestinal fortitude to hold it together to put itself into 2nd place. All right, so good job, Mardu, really Boros Aggro, for being number 2 for win rate of middle of November. we're playing against TAKUAN. 1, 2, 3. Let's keep it going. Who's better? Let's just get to it. Boy, I do not have any pump. We're just going to be coming at him low and hard here. Double strike things, I guess. But let's just put this guy out. He's fine. Yeah, this deck is... Right now, where we're playing, we don't have the juice. There's some juice. Nope, singleton. I don't got the mana to do full offspring. Okay, there we go. I have to give it to him. Shoot him! Alright, so lightning strike to the face or to clear the pathway, like with that guy. If he attacks, then I don't care. He'll just be tapped. You going for the pump? And he draws a card. Alright, we're laying him out. I could put out 2 if I just wait. No. Do I have enough? Yeah, 4 cancel. Let's cancel it. It's fine. Who are we going to double strike here? It doesn't really matter, does it? This guy again, I guess. Double strike! All in. Yeah, it's got to focus on being aggro is what I'm guessing here. All right, that guy's got a big butt. All right, so we can shoot at air, keep our dudes alive. We got prowess going. I guess we'll do what we have to do. Here we go, number 1. Wasting all the cards that way. Oh, can't do it that way. All right. Double strike. He's down to 2. We just got to keep some dudes alive, slap at least 2 guys through there, and we got it. If he attacks, he's probably going to lose. You're really going to waste it. Yeah, he's going to waste it. That's a good game. There we go. All in. There's a shot for 1. And we're gone. Boom, boom. Goes the room. Mono red victory. All right, so we are with the number 1 best win rate deck of the middle of the month, where we are at right now, which is Mono Red Aggro, which is technically like the second Mono Red Aggro deck we looked at out of the top 5. This is like Mono Red Aggro's time to shine. The thing about the last Mono Red deck, it had pretty much almost all the same cards. The difference is that we don't have the fling card, but we have Screaming Nemesis and Witchstalker's Frenzy instead. Witchstalker's Frenzy is weird, man, because this, I mean, it can take out some big stuff, which is nice. And you're going to have lots of little attacking guys. So, yeah, I guess. I do like Witchstalker's Frenzy a bunch. I think I can always play it for way less than the 4 and use it to incredible impact. Screaming Nemesis keeps them from being able to gain life, which is great if you're going up against life gain decks. This is just weird that Mono Red would care. Would care, right? I mean, usually it's just like, I'm coming out. Like, I miss the good old days when Mono Red pretty much meant Goblin, right? Because those guys just came out and attacked. And they pumped a little bit, and you would just throw stuff onto them. They'd have giant axes, and they just went nuts. But now we're actually trying to prevent them from life gaining, and we're doing something almost defensive. Because you can't do this against an opponent. It only goes against target creature. So somehow this deck is number 1. If I were to pick a mono red deck, I would think that the Mardu would be the better deck, just because that flings ability. This one seems also to be kind of creature heavy, where we have a lot more creatures than we have effects that actually make use of them. So I don't know, man. It was good. It was good. I don't know why it deserves to be number one, but I am pleased to see it there because I am an aggro player, and this feels good to my heart to have a deck like this up at the top, shining down on everybody else. All right, so there you go. Your best win rate deck for middle of November 2024. And there we are with the top 5 decks by win rate in Standard, best of 1, as accumulated through gameplay in the last 7 days. And what did we see there? Look at the top list. Mono Red Aggro. What's number 3 on the list? Essentially, Mono Red Aggro. There's a lot of decks that are pretending to be other things, like Mardu Aggro. That's just Boros Aggro. And how much different is it from Boros Auras? Practically nothing. So this deck is filled with pretty much the same kind of stuff pretty much over and over again, which happens a lot now that I think about it. Used to be there was mono white soldiers, and then you had Azorius soldiers, and you had Boros soldiers. But then it was sometimes mono white humans, which were really all just soldiers with the occasional whole human picked into it. But, you know, then you'd have it number 5, it would be Mono Red Aggro. I'm just happy to see Mono Red Aggro get its due finally. Mono-Black Midrange taking number 5. To me, that is the perfect little cherry on top of this. The only thing I didn't like is these decks were so incredibly fast. So incredibly fast. There were so many games that I won like on the second turn. And that's what you get with aggro. And that's why these decks are so vicious, is because they are turn 2, turn 3 kill decks. And a lot of them seem very inexpensive. Not a whole lot of mythics and rares being played into them. And so anybody with a few wild cards is just starting to get up. These are the decks you want to play with. Am I going to be playing with these decks at all during the rest of the month? No. This is my opportunity to play with these super decks because they are just really boring to play unless you just don't care how you look to other people and are looking to, climb the ladder or something like that. So anyways, it's good to check in once a month just to see how the meta's doing. This is it for November. Have a happy November, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow with regular gameplay. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.